My name is Ryan. My background is in architecture. Thought it was great the way that we worked, the way that we sort of started out with really vague experiments in steam bending and weaving and various other things, and how we sort of narrowed it down throughout the course of our experiments to what we're working on now. So I just thought that was a really interesting working process. Yeah. So two of the poles are there, and another pole is there. One platform runs between two of them, and then maybe another one comes up, and then maybe a third of it is a strip of that bulging material or whatever, and then another platform comes up on top of that. So it's a variation of steps, and you've got constantly going back and forth between drawing and building things, and using building as an alternative way of drawing and thinking. I think it's really interesting, especially in terms of in reference to architecture. I think something that's being lost at the moment is thinking through building stuff. More about, so the sun, the hottest point of the day is going to be down in this direction. So maybe the shingled area is done where the hottest point of the day is going to be, so that it blocks out the sun, creates a bit of shade in that area. Bringing to get people together from different courses, different disciplines, that's what I find the most interesting thing, especially when you start to work with people outside of design and outside of art-based things like designers working with scientists. I think that's a fascinating idea.
My name is Shelley Stansfield, or Sheldon Stansfield, and I've just graduated in 3D design. I think definitely one thing has been working as a group. You properly stimulate ideas because you all have the same focus. So individually you're discussing individual ideas, you're discussing something as a whole that you're all aiming for. So that's been really, really good. Working with different people in the sense that I've learned lots of, the idea about using toggles and making the rope and stuff. That's been nice to cross over new ideas. Again, like the cross collaboration, I really enjoy that. I personally think that within design and craft, that is where it pushes it, and that's what's needed more. So I like that side of it. The initial thing was to be that, so like a wall made this way, shingles here, but I think if you don't go from it, not from a conceptual way, but have an idea and then start from that and then build your structure around it and then apply the different practical elements. Sort of worked over a concept and then brought in different interesting elements of what we could apply structurally, and rather than putting practical techniques to just together to form a structure, we've actually if we form a structure and then use these different techniques in different ways, I think, rather than just sort of pushing them all into one shape. So that was a breakthrough yesterday.
I'm Christian and I'm from Materials Practice 3D, Brighton University, and I'm doing the MDes course and I'm going into my 4th year. So I think this is good experience because I usually design for myself and make for myself and not for other people, which different set of rules, which is good to learn. There was a lot of experimenting going on, which was good. I think wool and flax are good materials, but also maybe quite hard to use with wood without meeting a very crafty feel. So it's designed with two very traditional materials, so it's just approaching a traditional subject with a design orientation or a modern orientation, which is kind of, it's nice, it's good. Research-wise, I think we've had a couple of people who are really into experimenting with the materials instead of just looking at what can be done, and have created new possible materials which might work, maybe not here, but in other applications in the future, which is always good. You know, the Bridge Club is the perfect platform to be able to promote these ideas.
My name is Anna Sidorova. I'm a student at Brighton University studying interior architecture. I'm going to my final year. Well, my opinion, first day was more about meeting people, trying new things, experimenting. We had a project brief, and it was very, very useful to know more about what's happening, where the project is going to lead us. And then kind of had a few more meetings, and today we decided to focus more about structure, combining textiles and wood to the building especially. It's very interesting, and we can actually make lots of nice aspects in the building, especially using the wool, how we can actually knit and make rope out of wool, which is very, very strong, and we can use it for fixing the wood as well. Not using any nails, any metal, just natural materials, just wood and wool. It's very amazing. Probably I'm going to use it definitely for my project, I hope.